Alright, big tech day today. I can't wait to make all these videos, but okay Google, do you know when the HomePod's coming out?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Alright, you don't know how to help. Apple finally gave all the information on the HomePod, especially the very precious date when the HomePod is going to be released. But Apple was supposed to release it in December of 2017, and then they put the early 2018 date on the HomePod. But now we finally know what that date is. And not only do we know the date of the HomePod, we know the features that are going to be released with the HomePod, and then they're going to come a little later, maybe late 2018 this time, right? So the two precious dates that all the Apple fans have been waiting for is that you could finally order your Apple HomePod on apple.com on the 26th of January, just a couple days from now, and when you're going to receive it is February 9th, just February 9th. So it's not that far away. The price of the HomePod still $350, no discount. Apple's not lowering the price. I mean, it is $50 cheaper than the Google Home Max, which is $400. I'm interested to see if they're gonna lower the price and match the HomePod. But right now, the HomePod's going to be $350 available on February 9th. There's really two main reasons why the HomePod separates itself from other smart speakers. And number one is that it's a small speaker just standing at 7 inches, and that it's gonna have huge loud speakers matching the quality of the Google Home Max. We know it's gonna be small and loud because Apple has given us the specs for it. It has 7 tweeters, it has a woofer, it has all these stuff, it has an A8 chip. We know this because Apple has given to us. But we didn't know was the second feature, and that's the screen. Apple has a little LED circle display that's around 3 inches on the top of the HomePod that Apple said you could kind of touch around and touch it. The HomePod's kind of gonna be like the Amazon Alexa Show, but that has an actual touch screen that you could actually touch, and it's actually going to display like a little FaceTime and weather and things like that. This is just going to be for touch controls, and now we know what those touch controls are. First of all, on that 3-inch circular LED display, there's going to be a plus and a minus at all times. So all the time it's going to be on there. A plus so you could up the volume, and a minus so you could lower the volume. That's going to be there the whole time. But then there's going to be some taps involved. First, you could tap to play or pause the song. You could then double tap to play the next track, and then you could triple tap to play the previous track, and then you could press and hold for Siri, and that's really it. Those 4 options with the taps. Nothing really major there, it's just a little insight on what that screen on top of the HomePod's going to do, because this is an exclusive feature that not many smart speakers have. So Apple's trying to promote it, and now we know what it's going to do. Some taps, and some holding, and some playing, and some pause. Really nothing much, but there's 2 features that are not going to be with the HomePod software when it's releasing February 9th. The first software feature that's coming later this year, that's what Apple said on their website, is that you can't use stereo HomePods. In that keynote about like 7 months ago, it's been a long time, Apple said you could use 2 HomePods so you could have those stereo sound, and it's gonna be really, really, really loud, but who really needs $700 worth of stereo speakers? But if you wanted to use that experience of stereo speakers with the HomePod, that's not going to happen. They're not going to work together just yet. Apple is supposedly coming out with the software update later this year. Then the other software feature that's not going to be with the HomePod February 9th in a software update is AirPlay 2. This way you could have different HomePods in different rooms. Yet again, I don't know why you would have multiple HomePods for $350, but if you were rich, you could afford it. This AirPlay 2 feature is not going to happen. This AirPlay 2 feature just allows the HomePods to work with each other. So any really feature that allows the HomePod to work with each other, that's not going to happen. AirPlay 2 just allows the different HomePods in different rooms to play the same song or different songs at the same time. Realistically, any feature that needed the HomePod to work with another HomePod in the same room next to each other or in different rooms is not going to happen. AirPlay 2 and that stereo HomePod experience. Supposedly, these 2 features are coming later this year, which I will probably think is late 2018. It's just kind of sad that Apple did have some extra time to work on the HomePod, and they couldn't get these 2 software features out. It's kind of a shame. Kind of a little shame on that. But at least we know that you can finally order the HomePod on the 26th of January within around like 3 days, I think, and then you could finally receive your HomePod on February 9th. And not only that, we got to know what the little screen on top of the HomePod is going to do. The HomePod is a very interesting product to see how it separates itself from other speakers, especially since I got the Google Home Mini for only $30. And just that little speaker right there, the Google Home Mini, it's so small, and just for $30, Apple's gonna have some competition with that. But I'd love to hear your opinion in the comment section below on the Apple HomePod. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. And while you're doing that, make sure you smash that subscribe button right here to stay informed. And I'll see you in the next one.